Success. So this is The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. It's been a life-changing book for me, and each stream I like to read a little bit through it for my own benefit and perhaps yours as well. This section is named Success. He writes, "How shall we measure success? It isn't popularity, money, or critical esteem. Success occurs in the privacy of the soul. It comes in the moment you decide to release the work, before exposure to a single opinion. When you've done all you can to bring out the work's greatest potential, when you're pleased and ready to let go. Success has nothing to do with variables outside yourself." And yeah, I guess stopping right here to comment a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my happiest moments, perhaps. Let's say I really like it when I already know that I'm doing well, and all I have to do is just keep going. That's what feels really good. When I feel like I'm already unsuccessful and I'm trying to become successful, that feels like such a drowning. And I guess choosing to live artistically, choosing to create myself, it's like I already know that I am winning. I already know that I'm succeeding. So I really appreciate this framing. Let's continue. He continues to write, "To move forward is an aspect of success. This happens when we finish a work, share it, and begin a new project. Whatever comes after this feeling of accomplishment is subject to market conditions. Conditions beyond us. Our calling is to make beautiful works to the best of our ability. Sometimes they'll be applauded or rewarded, sometimes not. If we second guess our inner knowing to attempt to predict what others may like, our best work will never appear." Yeah, taking a pause here. If we second guess our inner knowing to attempt to predict what others may like, our best work will never appear. Yeah, because then you're making for someone else's taste and not your own, and the point of making art is your own expression, to discover your own expression. So that feels poignant. That feels sharp. So he starts a new section. "Popular success is a poor barometer of work and worth." I guess there's a lot of artists of old who got famous way after they died. And even Leonardo da Vinci, if you look at his popularity, he was much less popular than Raphael for at least while they were alive and for several hundred years after. So yeah, popular success is a poor barometer of work and worth. In order for a work to connect commercially, stars must align and none of them relate to how good the project is. I guess I have like one nitpick with that. I guess of like kind of being in the zeitgeist, like knowing what's happening and being able to speak to that seems important. Like the timing, like, yeah, I guess that's lucky. Or it could be very well planned. But yeah, I don't think that it has to connect commercially for it to be good. I think I agree with that part. So yeah, let's read this. "Popular success is a poor barometer of work and worth. In order for a work to connect commercially, stars must align. None of them relate to how good the project is. It might be the timing, the distribution mechanism, the mood of the culture, or a connection to current events." Because I guess if you're trying to talk to the whole world, then like you kind of have to take these into account. If a global catastrophe happens on the same day a project comes out, the project might be overshadowed. What's his name? George Michael tells a story about this. He had 2 number 1 hits so far. I forget the year, but he said, "Oh man, I've got my 3rd number 1 hit." It was the Last Christmas song. He's like, "Oh, I know this one's going to be good." But the very same year, they had it was like some feel good song with like all these famous people in it, including George Michael. And that song got number 1 that Christmas, not his. His got to number 2. So not so much a global catastrophe, but just, you know, you have a hit on your hands, but it doesn't get number 1. Of course, since his death, it has hit number 1. But anyway, so if a global catastrophe happens on the same day a project comes out, the project might be overshadowed. If you've made a stylistic change, your fans may not be initially receptive to it. If a highly anticipated work by another artist is released on the same day, your project may not land with the same impact. Most variables are completely out of our control, and the only ones we can control are doing our best work, sharing it, and starting the next and not looking back. Yeah, I guess as he kind of expands on it, I hear what he's saying a lot more. Like, if a highly anticipated work is released on the very same day, like that George Michael story, actually, like, it's just not going to have the same impact. Next session. It's not uncommon to long for outward success. Hopeful it will fill a void inside ourselves. Some imagine achievement as a remedy to fix or heal a sense of not being enough. Artists who work diligently to accomplish this are rarely prepared for the reality of it. Most aspects of popularity are not as advertised, and the artist is often just as empty as they were before, and probably more so. Yeah, I mean, that's true. In my sort of my emotional journey, yeah, success has to come from within, which is really what he starts off with. Success occurs in the privacy of the soul, and I have already achieved success. Yeah, if you're trying to fill your emotional voids by something external, that tends to not work out. Some say not healthy. I don't know if I would go that far. Because it can help you get to a deeper place, but it might not. But that's about emotions. Here we're talking about art. Artists, he writes, artists who work diligently to accomplish this are rarely prepared for the reality of it. Most aspects of popularity are not as advertised, and the artist is often just as empty as they were before, probably more so. If you are living in the belief that success will cure your pain, when the treatment comes and doesn't work, it can lead to hopelessness. Yeah, exactly. A depression can accompany the realization that what you spent most of your life chasing hasn't fixed your insecurities and vulnerabilities. Yeah, exactly. There's emotional work to do, which may be a part of your artwork or it might not be. More likely, with the stakes and consequences now higher, it has only amplified the pressure. We are never taught how to handle this epic disappointment. A loyal audience can begin to feel like a prison. A musician might begin working in a particular genre because it's the one they love and might achieve great success with it. If their taste changes, they may feel chained to the old way because they are now managers, publicists, agents, assistants, and others who who have a stake in their commercial success. On a personal level, they may even tie their own identity to the style of work they've inhabited in the past. Yeah, in some ways, I kind of regret the name full queue developer, like putting developer at the end there, because people expect me to do development stuff. But I guess that's also true. It's kind of also been a helpful guidepost, as that is still the art form that I have extensive, that I'm still exploring, honestly. So he continues to write, whenever an instinct toward movement and evolution arises, it's wise to listen to it. The alternative, being trapped by a fear of losing ground, is a dead end. You may lose your enjoyment and belief in the work because it's no longer true to you. As a result, the work may ring hollow and fail to engage the audience anyway. Consider that it might not have been your initial style that attracted success, but your personal passion within it. So if your passion changes course, follow it. Your trust in your instincts and excitement are what resonates with others. That's pretty heartwarming, because I hope that that's true of me, that my excitement for coding is what comes across. My excitement for giving people a good Subway app is what comes across. But yeah, if I have to move out of New York and build another app, I hope that, yeah, I'll still be excited to make something. And I think that possibility is kind of what made me try to explore building other apps. But Underways has a loyal following, and there's more to say in Underway. So my instincts are telling me to stick with it right now, is my understanding. Let's continue reading. The same outcome can be viewed as a great success or a terrible failure, depending on the perspective. This perception can have a momentum that's carried forth through the writer's career. Being labeled a failure with a work that was successful by most other metrics can make moving forward that much more difficult to navigate. This is why it's grounding to protect your personal understanding of success, to make each new work, no matter where you stand on the ladder of public perception, like you have nothing to lose. I'm going to read that last part again. This is why it's grounding to protect your personal understanding of success, to make each new work, no matter where you stand on the ladder of public perception, like you have nothing to use. And to make each new work like you have nothing to lose. What about app updates? I mean, that kind of breaks his don't look back admonition. Doing our best work, sharing it, starting the next. It's like each app update. Like, it's not a fully new app each time. It's a progression. If Underway was not a commercial success, and I guess it's currently not either. I mean, it's successful in that it's paying its own bills, but it's not successful as in paying my bills. If it were not successful at all, would I still be working on it? I don't know. And I think that's why I kind of took a break from it last year. Like, I was mostly focusing on promoting it, and I didn't really add any new features. So I'm pretty confident in coming back to Underway. Like, this was a lot of fun today. I've been having fun yeah, this year I'm working on Underway on Sundays, and it's been fun for me. So I don't know why I'm taunting myself with that question. I guess the stream is not a financial success, but it is a fun success. Like I have fun streaming, and there are folks that stop by who I deeply appreciate. Okay, well, I suppose that's it for today. During the week, I stream every day from 10 to 4. A work with me stream. We show my scenery videos and we chat and listen to music. Sunday is my face day where I work on Underway. Uh, and you can find out all about me at fullqdeveloper.com. But more importantly, please join the Discord. I have a lot of fun in there trying to build a community. Um, yeah, I love making stuff. I've been programming since I was 13. Wow. And making websites before that. So, yeah, I've been doing this a while. I love making stuff. And I hope that this inspires your creative journey as well. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. NYC time.